Mohawk Mothers or Kahnistensera feel pushed aside in the search for unmarked graves on McGill University grounds.
The process can no longer by any means be considered Indigenous-led, as the SQI and McGill attempt to control the whole process, reducing the role of Indigenous people to performing ceremonies on the site.
She's saying that she's been there all day and no one's trying to work.
Kahnistensera, one of the mothers, says they feel blindsided by the communications that happened without consulting them. Quebec's Infrastructure Society, or SQI, and McGill put out a statement on Thursday saying 9 potential grave sites were identified, excluding the information that, according to the Ground Penetrating Radar, or GPR, report, quote, "It is possible that some of the unknown features may be unmarked graves, particularly in the case of older burials without coffins and also possibly child-sized graves." Kahnistensera said that the archaeologists on site have been very informative, but there's often a delay in the mothers receiving important reports.
The only way we can find out is to be right there, because we are not told. And I don't know why the material goes to them and then they distribute it the way they want, and then eventually we get a copy of it. It seems like this is violating the court order. We want to keep those bodies under the ground and then start building on top.
They were present on site when archaeologists also dug up a woman's dress and a pair of children's shoes, the style dating back to around the 1940s. But the archaeologist panel says that they need to appoint a forensic specialist to handle these items, something the SQI has refused, said researcher Philippe Blouin.
That has been refused now officially, even though it was a recommendation from the panel, and their recommendations are supposed to be binding as per the settlement agreement. It's been refused by the SQI.
Blouin says that they have also left these partially covered piles of dirt to sit in the rain since July 25th, where sniffer dogs detected the scent of human remains in early June.
These piles have not been sifted through, and that was also a recommendation from the panel that was not respected by the SQI, to sift through these piles that were extracted from the site where the search dogs sniffed a target, to sift them immediately because the human remains could be inside these piles.
The Kahnistensera also don't want to return to work until they have Mohawk security guards.
Cops are on their way. I just called them.
After a security guard appointed by a private company hired by SQI kicked them off the grounds July 25th.
We need to have our own our own people to do the security. And we do have a group in Kahnawake ready to come and do it. And we're working on bringing them in.
Works have been suspended since that incident. The SQI and McGill both said that dialogue is underway with the Mohawk Mothers, but the Kahnistensera and their allies are prepared to return to court if the SQI and McGill continue to breach the settlement agreement. Emilia Fournier, APTN National News, Montreal.